sometimes our opportunities present themselves to us and we didn't realize it because we either didn't tap into our strength or we didn't recognize our weakness.
Or sometimes you have like a lot of the entrepreneur has an issue with when we talk about opportunity. I mean, our weakness, right? Some people is not people. So you can walk or you can hear, like we in the room right now, somebody, you might say something, but because I don't want to be seen, I know when he just asked for, I can help him, or maybe if I tell him, but because I don't know and I'm in my own world like I used to. Can y'all believe I was shy?
No.
Yeah.
Hardly.
Yeah.
Me too, I can believe
I
it.
was.
You be shy
Yeah.
too.
I was so timid when I was growing up. I'm talking when I was little girl. But it got to the point where I don't like people bullying me. I ain't gonna do that. I had to. So thinking about back then how I was not showing up the way I am now, I lost a lot of opportunities. You know what I'm saying? My mom put me out at 15, going to 16. So if I wasn't that shy, I probably could have had somebody stay sleeping under the breezeway. I probably would have had a roof over my head. But because I was so shy and so scary,
You missed out on some opportunities.
warmth. Not sleeping with the bugs. You feel me? I'm just saying.
Our parents are our barriers and our challenges. Now, those again are external factors that we have no control over. And anyone, think of a threat, a barrier or a challenge that they are currently um, uh, currently up against.
Health.
Okay.
I got one. People.
Okay.
Just say. I'm dealing with drifters, baby. They don't understand.
Slow seasons in business, but that is kind of something you can control, but not necessarily. I mean, you can work around it. You can't really control.
You said you can't control your slow season, right?
I'm not saying you can't control it.
So what you do with that? Because I'm like you, right? We all have slow seasons,
Yes.
and
You got
like
one day.
it's tax season. I know I'm ready. Boom, hair, fashion, all this stuff I'm doing. Oh, it's coming, and I'm doing Texas. So the thing I know I'm prepared for my slow season, if that makes sense, right? So because I know during the middle, like summertime, sometimes I'm up and down. You never know. It just depends on my network and how much I'm getting out here network, right? But around Christmas and the holidays is when I really sometimes it depends on. Now I have many eggs in different baskets, so this one might go down and I know it. Like all my events, it's gonna pump on the holidays, but people might not be doing this, so I say okay. That moment, it gives me to go out here and network that part of my business, right? So so that way you can get your clientele. So when you know, because you runs your business, you don't let the system. You don't be ready. You get ready. I mean, you don't get ready. You be ready. So if you know in March you have downtime, you slow, you go do something so you won't be slow in March. You know what I'm saying? Ahead of time.
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm saying. Like, you can work around it.
absolutely.
But you can't really, I was saying you can't control it because, like, well,
You can't
like
control
you said,
people.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like you said, some people know when they have slow seasons and stuff like. But you might not know sometimes. Like
No.
it might just pop up and everything just slow.
That's right.
So that could be like a problem. But like I said, you can work around that.
No, what you do is don't put your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, exactly.
But what you're dealing with currently.
Yeah.
So having that is essentially a threat. Not not being able to dictate how people
I guess I'm
will invest in you.
Yeah, because like as an entrepreneur, it's not like a guaranteed check
Nope.
that's coming every week,
Right.
every 2 weeks or so. So that's
the
kind of
threat
what I mean
is
by that.
people,
Like,
people not engaging in that
Yeah.
at that particular time.
but that, like she said, that's why it's cool to have multiple businesses. Like for example, I saw the meal prep order yesterday, but I didn't sell any graphics yesterday. So it's like if you have different things, then you'll be alright.
That
Like,
downtime.
that's what I mean by
So
working
your
around
strength
it,
being
you
able
work with
to
something else.
multitask, multi-talented.
Or pivot.
Yeah.
Right, pivot.
Yeah.
That's in the midst of, but there will still be, and how we deal with our threats, is the most important thing. We're going to constantly come up against center, but how we pivot and move beyond that is
There's no issues, there's always solutions to anything. Like, another thing that, what I do, when I'm slow time, it allows me to network with some people that is doing what I'm doing. Like, I got so many people in my network that, okay, you got an event going on, let me come in, you know what I'm saying? And so that way, I still make some money, but I'm helping her, and we can do that event half of the time, and we out doing something else. So I'm always thinking ahead because my network is that real. That's what we do. It's about helping each other. Many hands make light work. Y'all don't hear me say that 50,000 times, because I meant that. Because I'm tired of doing this stuff by myself. Just saying. Go ahead.
Okay, so in wrapping, SWATs up, leaders use their strengths to reduce weakness. They take advantage of opportunities to overcome threats. This mindset helps you to lead with clarity. Okay, so our next thing we're gonna focus on, is our SMART goals. So on your SMART goals,
You got your
SMART acronym stands for specific,
Oh, you
measurable,
didn't do.
achievable,
Nobody. Yep, you
related
didn't do
to
it.
your value and vision, and
This your
and
first time
timely.
doing it.
Yeah, here, yeah.
Okay, SMART goals help leaders to move from intention to impact. So you will create one or two SMART goals based on your SWOT. Based on your SWOT, you would think about what you want to strengthen in your leadership. Then we will come back and we will share that at the beginning of, next class. So we're running out of time, sorry.
That's okay. You made the
Are
thing.
y'all not putting the app, like what's gonna be complete by then coming?
Yes.
Well, basically, you can read
Is the vision board, is this,
Vision
in my,
board,
in
one, two,
my
three.
president?
Yes, and then the SWOT
And
analysis.
everything is just we just went over it for you right now, right? So when you go back and just do one, always
So for your SMART goals, you're gonna answer the why, who, how, when, and what. Why is this important to me? Well, first you're gonna write down the area that you want to improve. And we covered the 5 protective factors, so you're gonna relate it back to the protective factors as well as your vision from your vision board. This is all gonna circle around to you achieving your goal in a SMART fashion. Specific, measurable, achievable, related to your vision, and timely. So why is this important to me? Who do I need support from? How will I achieve my goal? When will I achieve my goal? And what will I do this week to start my goal? So as we close, we'll take a moment to reflect. What is one insight you're taking away from today? And what is one leadership action you'll take this week?
Insight would be to, have more of a clear vision on what I wanna do. Cause my mind be like that. I seen this post, it said my mind be having 23 tabs open at once, I swear to God. I swear. So,
Me
I need
too.
to, like,
Be intentional with your thoughts.
yeah, I gotta figure out
How to calm things down,
Yeah.
so you can just open one box at a time.
yeah, exactly.
Awesome sauce.
Anybody else?
It's patience for me.
Did you say what else?
Patience.
Well, don't pray for patience, but you know,
Patience is a virtue.
Right.
Absolutely.
Don't never pay for patience, cause goddamn, when I prayed, I went to prison, so I don't.
One insight you're taking away, and one leadership action you'll take, this week. So, with patience being what you said, one insight that you take away that you recognize might need work on, what is one thing that you can do to help attain that patience?
Listening,
Listen to what?
taking my time,
Listen to what?
observe everything.
Listening with
Listen to what?
intention?
Everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're what?
I'm finna say my inside person, but
Yeah, your higher
You're,
self.
that's your, that's your, that's your
that's
God soul.
my possible, yeah.
Absolutely. I wanted you to, cause you know, effective communication is real, right? And because you said, listen, what that means, and if you don't peel that back, then you really ain't satisfying yourself, cause you just say, listen, what then, who you listen to?
Exactly.
It's like you just told your son, you better listen, but then he was like, well, daddy, you told me to listen, but I was listening to the dude down the street, you said listen. So you can't, the same way you communicate with anybody, or you want anybody else to communicate with you, that's how you have to communicate with yourself, because your inner self, your self-conscious hid you.
Mm-hmm.
I want patience. Well, okay, you ain't telling
Me, yeah.
what kind of patience you looking for. You're not being specific what's going on with you. It's like praying to God. I want patience, God. God, okay, I'm gonna sit your little tail down and you go to prison. And hey, that's patience.
How do you want your patients?
You
to show
gotta
up?
How to
talk to
receive it.
yourself and tell yourself exactly what you need and what's going on, so that way it can happen. Because if you just talking and hear yourself talk, well, I'm gonna listen. Oh, well, you definitely got 2 ears. You gonna listen, but you don't know what's coming in. And then you wonder why you moving sideways or doing crazy stuff or not getting there, because you messing up your own self.
Got you.
Be mindful.
That's right.
Would anyone else like to share?
Anybody else?
Can you say the question?
Pull it back in.
You good, baby? What was the question?
It's like,
Hold on, I'll tell you.
what's the
Yeah, I think she said what it was.
I just don't know.
What you said? What was the question?
I have
Go.
no idea.
You didn't answer it.
Okay,
What's the insight you can take
Joseph
from
Okay.
it?
It should be.
Joseph just answered. You see that? That shows you just operating. Joseph, we ain't doing that in this class. I'm just letting you know, because I'm gonna ask questions. And I told you I don't deal with drifters, right? So, you gotta be clear. What's up, Bob? You good?